All this extra talk is what makes people confused about which monitor is right for them. And honestly, some features are just marketing fluff, designed to make one monitor seem better than another that does the exact same thing. Today, I'm going to give you the essential things to focus on when buying a monitor, the stuff that really matters. First up, let's talk about monitor technology. What's actually behind that screen? We primarily have two main technologies, LCD and OLED. LCD itself branches into three main types, TN, VA, and IPS. All three work similarly. They have a backlight, your light source, typically white light, a polarizer that makes light travel vertically, then crystals, which guide the light to its desired brightness. Then pixels or color filters, a second polarizer, and finally, it reaches your eyes. The only real difference between TN, VA, and IPS is how those light-controlling crystals operate. TN crystals change shape when electricity reaches them, allowing light to pass. The way these crystals move determines the viewing angle. Pros of TN include being the fastest LCD technology, with incredibly low response times, making them great for high refresh rates up to 500 Hz. They are also the cheapest to manufacture, have low power consumption, and are generally reliable. Cons of TN include poor viewing angles, meaning you have to be directly in front of the screen, and poor contrast, making them unsuitable for movies or graphic design needing accurate colors. VA crystals behave differently, typically standing vertically. Pros of VA include having the best contrast among LCDs, high brightness, and better viewing angles than TN, making them suitable for watching movies or photo editing, though not the absolute best. Cons of VA include being very slow with sluggish response times, causing issues like smearing or ghosting, making them not good for competitive gaming. Viewing angles can still be poor on some models, and they have higher power consumption than TN. IPS is the most common and often considered the best all-rounder LCD technology, with fundamentally different crystal movement. Pros of IPS include having the best viewing angles among LCDs, excellent color accuracy, best among LCDs for color-critical work, good contrast depending on backlight technology, being fast with no lag, much faster than VA, closer to TN, supporting high refresh rates, up to 360 Hz or higher, and no ghosting. They are great for almost everything, from casual gaming to professional color work. Cons of IPS include black levels potentially appearing grayish due to backlight bleed, a common issue called IPS glow, a white glow in the corners, and higher power consumption than TN, but less than VA, positioning it as the middle ground. To summarize LCDs, TN is for hardcore competitive gamers, super fast but poor color contrast. VA offers excellent contrast but is very slow with smearing, ghosting. IPS is the best all-rounder with the highest color accuracy. Now, for the completely different technology, OLED, Organic Light Emitting Diode. Here, the pixel itself emits light. There's no backlight, no crystals, no polarizers. Light goes directly from the pixel to your eyes. The difference between WOLED and QD-OLED lies in their pixel structure. WOLED has blue, red, green, and white subpixels, while QD-OLED uses traditional RGB subpixels. WOLED's light source is white, QD-OLED's is blue. Most pros of WOLED are also found in QD-OLED, but some specific cons for WOLED include lower brightness than QD-OLED, decreased color accuracy at higher brightness, white pixel can wash out colors, and potentially worse text rendering. The main con of QD-OLED is that it's more expensive than WOLED. A major con for all OLEDs is burn-in. OLED pixels are organic and have a limited lifespan, especially if a pixel is active for too long, leading to permanent ghost images from static content like logos or game HUDs. General LCD pros include insane brightness, no burn-in, very long lifespan, being cheaper than OLED, very high refresh rates, and excellent contrast, especially with mini LED backlights. LCD cons include blacks never being 100% true black due to light bleed, limited viewing angles worse than OLED, thicker and heavier designs, and higher power consumption than OLED. General OLED pros include true blacks, pixels turn off completely, infinite contrast, incredible colors, extremely fast response times, zero input lag, and very thin designs. OLED cons include burn-in, the biggest drawback, lower peak brightness than LCD, pixels degrading over time, finite life, being significantly more expensive than LCD, and potentially generating more heat, requiring careful management like pixel refreshers. Clearly, for picture quality and aesthetics, OLED wins 100%. But for long-term reliability and fewer issues, LCD is generally better. Your choice depends on your usage and priorities. Next, let's talk about resolution and how screen size relates to it. Common resolutions today are 1080p, 1440p, and 4K. Resolution refers to the number of pixels. For example, 1080p means 1080 vertical pixels, totaling over 2 million pixels on screen. 4K can have up to 8 million pixels. Screen size matters, because if you put the same number of pixels, e.g. 1080p, on a larger screen, e.g. 27 inches from 23 inches, the pixel density decreases, making the image appear less sharp. Conversely, a smaller screen with the same resolution increases sharpness. A 27-inch monitor is ideally 1440p to maintain sharpness, while 1080p is excellent for 24-inch screens. Now let's talk about refresh rate hertz. The jump from 60 Hz to 120 Hz is a huge leap and immediately noticeable. From 120 Hz to 144 Hz is a good improvement. From 144 Hz to 165 Hz is okay. However, from 165 Hz to 240 Hz, the average person or casual gamer won't notice the difference, though professionals might. But from 240 Hz to 500 Hz, you literally can't perceive the difference. It's often called the placebo effect. So, beyond 240 Hz, it's mostly a placebo. What is HDR, high dynamic range? HDR gives you more beautiful colors than SDR, with truly bright brights, true blacks, and vibrant colors. It enhances flexibility in light and color. For gaming, this is subjective, but some find it changes the game's appearance too much. For multi-monitor setups, pay close attention to screen size. From personal experience, matching the size of your secondary monitors to your primary one creates a seamless and psychologically better experience, making mouse transitions smooth. If possible, match resolution too. When searching for a monitor, combine your desired specs like panel type, resolution, refresh rate, and screen size, e.g. IPS 1440p 240, Hz 27-inch monitor with HDR. Finally, regarding FreeSync versus G-Sync, there's no significant difference. Both synchronize your monitor's refresh rate with your graphics card's frames, so don't worry about them. Now, let's quickly go over recommendations for every purpose. For hardcore competitive gamers focused purely on speed, a TN panel with the highest refresh rate, 240 to 500 Hz, is your best bet, despite its visual trade-offs. If you're an average gamer or general user, wanting a great all-around experience with good colors and responsiveness, an IPS panel is ideal. Aim for 1440p on 27-inch screens, and 140 Hz to 240 Hz. For content creators, graphic designers, or photographers needing paramount color accuracy and deep contrast, a high-end IPS panel is excellent, or choose an OLED monitor for unparalleled blacks and infinite contrast. Be mindful of burn-in. Movie watchers and media enthusiasts prioritizing immersive contrast should consider a VA panel for good LCD contrast, or an OLED display for the ultimate cinematic experience, if managing the premium and burn-in. Lastly, if budget is your primary concern, TN panels offer the most speed for less, while more affordable VA or IPS options provide balanced general use. Choose wisely based on what truly matters to you.